It's an oyster. Is it you?
Working I'm ready. Okay, hold it. Thank you, man. You and I are friends. There you go. I'll remember that. Got great going.
So we're going to be taking a boat ride on
I said, right, good. You're going to get a boat. We're going to get a boat. Yay. Pink. Yay, pink one. So last one. Oh, yeah.
Get through it. Now you can hear me.
I'm
I
sorry.
promise that I'm going to keep you going before, but I have to have you help to keep you safe. So please remain seated throughout our tour.
That's right. When they said it.
All noses and mouths must be shielded or masked at all times. On my rule, I just get to mention it. Thank you for not smoking or vaping. And in the unlikely event we start taking on water, we do have flotation devices sufficient for myself and everybody that took my picture. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Rest of you, jump around, look for lifeguards, then stand up and walk out of San Antonio River. On average, the river is 4 foot deep. So is everybody still ready to go? Yeah. This is the lagoon at the Chopsett River Center. Second largest mall in San Antonio. About a million square feet of dining, entertainment, and credit card exercising locations. About 100 shops. A couple movie theaters that aren't reopened yet. It's a fine afternoon to come outside with us.
Lori?
Going to the gym and wrestling. See you later, alligator.
Lori too. Oh, that's around there.
That is an orange tree. Some of the oranges that have Church came on the ship today. Great to live with my duck range back in that tree popsicles oranges. Not only is it illegal, they didn't have any carry.
I said, yo.
They can learn to wing it.
I'm saying that one too.
This is a lemon tree. Biggest lemon I've ever seen. They're about the size of baseballs. They're about 6 weeks old, right?
Well, there's pink.
For millennia, this area was known as Jolly Water, the face of pure peaceful water. Even if you don't have to be known as San Antonio. We're going to collect that oversight and otherwise well around with education experience. We come out from under this pedestrian bridge. If you look up on the right, you'll see an 8-foot tall bronze statue of 3.5 feet of power. From Century Portuguese Saints, the feast day is June 13th. On June 13th, 1691, the Father Damien Matinee celebrated the first Mass in this area. Because June the 13th is the feast day of San Antonio de Padua, it's been known as San Antonio ever since. to our fourth floor, the beautiful Hilton Lonsdale Gallery Hotel, 500-room hotel built in preparation for the 1968 World Fair.
You see
That is a
this?
historic
Tell
building.
me.
You see, the
Hey,
original
what's my
contractor
tell?
was on bankrupt, and when the year the opening day for the World Fair, construction had not begun on that huge building. Conrad Hilton one of those rooms, San Antonio needed over the limit, someone to build a huge building, a bigger building. The HP Factory Company, a local construction firm, comes to build it for you. Not only that, we'll have it ready in time for World Fair, but if we don't, you pay us $1 and we'll be absolutely even. Conrad Hilton knew a good thing when he heard it, gave the contract in August 1967. The HP Factory Company came on site and started building the first 4 floors, including an elevator shaft. At the same time, about 7.5 miles south of San that construction yard set up before the concrete and the forms they had there. The concrete grew, they removed the forms, and there were the rooms. They painted those rooms, put carpet down, bedded the carpet sheets on the bed, some pillows, all on the wall, lamps on the nightstand, bolts the lamps, soap in the dishes. They hung towels in the racks. Had those rooms entirely kitted out, ready to go, with the exception of the television. Now, some of us are old enough to remember back then when televisions were about the size of viewers. But nonetheless, they filled up those rooms, put them on a flatbed truck, and brought them up here. And over the next 42 days, we helped with the train. You stand on the back so they can precisely see exactly where they need to go, each of those concrete rooms. They completed the Blasio Del Rio Hotel in 202 working days from finish. First monster building in the history of the world, and according to Guinness Book of World Records, the largest building built.
That's what is that for?
That got old quickly, so I asked him, I said, look, when I go out to eat, I eat, and I pay out, I don't eat. You guys eat, never pay, you keep eating, how do you do that? Both of them looked at me kind of stunned and said, well, me, we don't pay. We just don't put it on a bill.
Oh, big one too, yes. Yes.
Felt like quite a bill too. Lobby of the little village, the San Antonio was organizing itself. That had been a Native American gathering spot for centuries. So when the Spanish and the Mexicans turned into big settlers came, they settled in Lobby before moving on to other parts of San Antonio. This will be their influence on architecture there. Armida is now a haven for artists and weapons and private trade and sell their wares within the confines of that wonderful unique section of downtown. It includes the Artisan River Theater, an 800-seat amphitheater, sitting on the left, the stage along the right, 1941 by the Works Party Administration. As we go around the front of the stage, if you'll look behind the stage, you're going to see 5 bells, one for each of the missions that make up the World Heritage Site here in San Antonio. The only World Heritage Site in Texas, one of 23 in the nation. Bill Mel was dedicated to Robert Hudson in 27 when he started drawing plans for this park, and in 1980 we recognized his genius, and they became the father of the Wooden Wall. Directly out, you see that structure looks like cattle being driven up and out of the water. That's They're literally thousands of running around, they go out, you're on the cattle business. Beautiful Art Deco building in front of it is the Briscoe Western Art Museum. That building opened in 1930 as the second home to the library. The library moved downstream in 68. Then the Hirschberg Circus Museum moved in. They were there for about 2002, and the Briscoe opened in 2013. Named onto the Lake Governor's office and replaced San Antonio is home to 4 of the few remaining cast iron bridges in the nation. You get to go under this one here at President Street, the cast iron Rosetta Bridge. This bridge was built in 1890 Berlin, Connecticut. Berlin Bridge Company. A few moments ago, we spoke about Father Damien Massenet and San Antonio, Catholic Association, which is saint, and that Father Damien Massenet celebrated the first Mass year, June 13, 1691. And here on our sover, you see the sculpture on this little island. That is the place that occurred. That's Massenet's Island, the sculpture is Massenet's table. That beautiful large-sized island is often referred to as Marriage Island. We have about 300 weddings a year that take place there, and it's said if you get married on Marriage Island, it's luck in your union. I have one friend that's tried that 4 different times on that particular island. Now runs around San Antonio and says, "Remember the Alamo." This Tomorrow Street Bridge goes part of the San Antonio River, known as the Old Mill Crossing. For years, it was the widest and the shallowest part of the San Antonio River, so it was most easily to ford. They couldn't cross the San Antonio River at the Old Mill Crossing. Forward, that beautiful red San Antonio Youngstown Tower. The Bear County Courthouse opened in 1897, and from that day to this, it's been the seat of law and justice for the people of Bear County. It stands on the main plaza, the original town square of San Antonio. Also on the main plaza is San Fernando Cathedral, whose cornerstone was laid in 1758. To our left, the port side, 402 feet in the base of that flagpole, 30-story tall, Neogothic architecture.
Yes.
When it was being constructed, the building, the builders, they wanted protection against bad luck and against bad business, so they put gargoyles around the top of the piers that occupied the tower.
See that, people? Yeah.
That cost $3 million to open on June 1st, 1929. Just in time, 5 months later.
Oh, yeah.
So much for good luck. The village railroad extended the building this building as well as other investments went bankrupt, did not pay the taxes when they came due. Therefore, this building sold at auction shortly thereafter for those back taxes to go to about 20%. On the dollar, not a tax investment that anybody has.
So, hey,
We come out from under St. Mary's Street Bridge on our right. International Center. Third home for Republic Library. Residents in that offices for Canada, Mexico, and the United States, as well as people of San Antonio, San Antonio's Convention and Visitors Bureau. There's also a restaurant, a nightclub in it. Downstairs, that's not the part of the basement. It's a real marina. Before we go to the park control trail, I have to make sure that nobody's coming in as we're going down. We're actually on the outside exit from the 14th section of San Antonio. And notice that the tower light building was the marker like a ship sitting down the river. That was right behind and that the builders expected their future to ride from past they left behind. But we know that the end of that story, they went bankrupt, lost the building, the rest of the fortune was tax office. Some of those unfortunate events in its outreach that the tower light building may in fact be haunted. Some folks reported, having listened very carefully, actually being able to hear the sound of a ship horn. Y'all heard that, right? Yeah, I hate to be the only one hearing things this early in the afternoon. That's probably the rest of the day when that happens. Coming into the flood control channel to flood control lock number 4. We're in a flood situation. That lock would come up from the bottom of the river to protect downtown San Antonio. As we turn north into the flood control channel, if you look south about 200 yards, you can see a red and green light. That's called flood control dam number 5. Flood control channel, the flood control gates, and the flood control dam were all built in response to the 1921 flood. The top flood water reached 8 feet above the street level, about 25 feet from where we are right now. Since these flood control measures have been put in place, San Antonio is not suffering from another devastating flood. We can't turn left and go over the flood control dam because it's a 15-foot drop from this part of the river to the next part of the river. And my supervisors have absolutely no sense of adventure. So y'all cool enough? You need me to turn up the air conditioning? Everything okay? We begged for air conditioning and you finally put it in last week. I ain't so much. All right. 2007, and part of that renovation was the renovation of the 1929 Alamo National Bank lobby. Would you like Art Deco style? Look at this, that lobby. To our left, you'll have to look back real quickly just to catch a glimpse of the San Fernando Cathedral. Cornerstone laid in 1738. Sanctuary predates that by about 22 years, making it the oldest sanctuary cathedral in the nation. Very historic. That is one of the founding places in San Antonio. Still a very active congregation. And that's sover. See that huge We did know that on December the 7th, 1835, we were governed by the Texas and San Juan against the Mexican state. On that date, the Mexican national sniper hit the branch of that tree and shot Ben Milam, one of the leaders of the rebellion, at the activated courtyard. Approximately was a half a men now stand. Mr. Milam lost his life, and since that time, that tree has been known as the Ben Milam tree. We're entering the original main channel of San Antonio River, so gate number 3. 3 gets straight up, start headed downstream. In a very picturesque To our left, the beautiful brewery Inn and Suites. That building opened in 1921 as a San Antonio Utilities Company. Our irony is that it opened in the summer of 1921, the devastating flood at Colonel September of the night 1921. If you look on the first floor here at our windows, count with me the bottom window, 2 windows, the transom, and then the 3rd window. The depth of the water of the 1921 flood is the transom between the 2nd and 3rd window. A vastly devastating flood here in San Antonio, loss of life, loss of property. It was the first time the federal government assisted local municipalities with flood relief. For starters, the Aztec Theater, unfortunately all you're going to be able to see is the big court. Rebuilding the pavilion to the street there. It'll hopefully open by this time next year, so you can come by and get a cocktail or hot chocolate, watch us drive boats, maybe bring that on with you. That's the second of our 3 docks we'll be able to get tomorrow. This beautiful bridge until 1997 was always referred to as Hudlin's Bridge, and then a movie starring Jennifer Lopez was filmed here in San Antonio, and since that movie's release, this bridge is now often referred to as Selena's Bridge. To our left, beautiful Omni La Nacion del Rio Hotel. That building opened in 1853. It was much smaller. It was known as St. Mary's, probably for boys' school, much needed here in South Texas. It prospered eventually becoming St. Mary's University. The school of law was there until 1966 when the school consolidated the west side of San Antonio where it stands today. Two along bought that property and transformed it into the La Nacion del Rio Hotel, opening it just in 1968. Fair. The Omni Corporation bought it in 2006. This Lamar Street Bridge looks pretty common. There are cars going over the top of it, people walk across it, the undercarriage is pretty typical. However, this is a magic bridge. Well, what I'm going to ask you to do as we come out from the other side of this bridge is for you to give your attention to the building on our left and look all the way to the top of that building as we come out from under this bridge for a magical optical illusion. Are you ready? Focus, focus, let us focus on the building to our left, all the way to the top. Looks like a flat wire instead of a full building. The reason being to make hospital equipment and if you hang over the bar street corner. That hospital opened in 1930. It was the first full-service hospital in Texas, one of the first in the nation. There had improvements in it like a valet parking and air conditioning. That building is still fully air conditioned. Aramis, High Regency Hotel opened in 1981. 16 stories tall. My friends, if you're ever fortunate enough to stay in the High Regency in a room overlooking the river, seriously consider closing your curtains after dark. You'd be surprised what boat captains get to see coming down the river after dark. 16 stories, much shorter than many of the other hotels in the area. Reason being, we're any taller at certain times of the year, the faster travel will be out there. San Antonio has an ordinance forbidding any building from half the size of Alamo. So no matter stop at 16 stories, they focus in on the lobby and the atrium. If you look up the left side of both of those glass doors and glass walls into the lobby, you'll be able to see some of the water features that are reminiscent. The occupancy and the viaduct the early settlers used to irrigate the ranches and the mission. To our right, the Casino Club building, the beautiful carved, painted, and recessed brick dome is the architectural feature of the Casino Club building. It was finished in 1927. Unfortunately, the club disbanded in the mid-50s after being together for about a century. Building changed hands in time or two, and in 1970 was renovated into a restaurant and retail space on the first floor above their apartments. Alex Haley, who was the world famous novel Roots, was once a tenant in the Casino Club building. Part of the riverwalk in which we're entering now is known as River Square, a place for retail, taverns, and restaurants. It's also the place where my duck friends Drake and Mildred come this time of day to get some lunch. Doesn't matter where they're seated, they always order peanut butter. Even though I told them you can get Mexican food or Cajun food, Mexican food or Italian food, Mexican food or Texas barbecue. More Mexican food is all available, and it's all delicious. How come you always get peanut butter? Well, Drake looked at me and he said, well, Mitch, we always get peanut butter because Ducks already have their own crackers. You're welcome. That is the worst one right there. You survived it. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Now, ever since street now, you see that orange, reddish, or reddish-orange sculpture, one of many pieces of public art here in San Antonio. That particular piece is called the Torch of Friendship. It was a gift from the people of Mexico to the people of San Antonio. It was designed and created by Mexican artist Sebastian Wheeler on site in section in 2002. We come out of the historic Commerce Street Bridge on the right in Casarillo. In 1946, they were the first to offer riverside dining. They were also the first to offer riverboat rides and our approach to condos. That was the first rattle long boat. Really can't tell you folks how happy I am. They got me on that idea and gave me an electric boat. The hacienda from which Casarillo is expanded is here on our right. When that building out because it actually stands on land as part of the 1777 land grant to the King of Spain. You go into that part of the restaurant, have a very nice meal, still see many of the original architectural moments from that Spanish colonial building. As San Antonio is preparing for the 1968 World's Fair, it quickly agreed that the Riverwalk will be a part of that celebration, so they make the man-made extension of the area into which we're re-entering now to connect the Riverwalk to the fairgrounds. That man-made extension is 4, perhaps 5 feet deep. It's all concrete model. The man-made extension because it extends the San Antonio River, and it's man-made. You're welcome again. All right, well, you'll see the Marriott River Center Hotel, finished in 1988, but before they could build the Marriott River Center Hotel, they had to overcome the fact that the 3 Mile Hotel has stood in that location since 1906. Its historic standing forbade it from being torn down, even though it was a derelict building at the time. To renovate it, to make it part of the Marriott family, we stopped their business plan, so they took the only option left. They moved it. In 1985, after 5 years of study, they jacked up that 16,000-ton building. We were on a flatbed truck with pneumatic tires, and over the next 6 days, moved it 4 blocks to the corner of the Waco and South Alamo Street, which stands in this moment. The Guinness Book of World Records has recognized the Fremont, the largest building moved on pneumatic tires.
Yes.
On our tour of the restaurant, you'll have to look back just to build a beautiful neo-Gothic spire of St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Finished in 1868 by German immigrants out of the desire to have a place of worship in their native. It too is still a very active congregation. Check the website, visiting hours, and protocol. To our right, way up, 750-foot tall Tower of the Americas, centerpiece of the 1968 World's Fair. At the top of it is the Chart House restaurant that makes one complete revolution every hour. That's fast enough to have a nice meal, see all the San Antonio environs, but not so fast that you need a driving means for the just below the restaurant is an observation deck, and for $4 you can ride a glass panel elevator all the way to the deck. Or you can take the stairs. Only
It's a big one
962
too. Yes,
1980 was the
sir.
record for time on those stairs. We're going to have to do an observation deck set in 5 minutes and
I
21
see one too.
seconds.
Yes.
I'll never do that again.
That's so much fun.
Well, folks, we made the big circle. We'll be docking in just a few moments, so please remain seated until I get us firmly tied back in the dock. Look around you to make sure that
Yes,
you're rolling with you,
sir.
take it with you, hat,
That's
coats,
nice.
scarves, trash, and drink receptacles, sunglasses, and cameras, small children. Spouses, grandparents, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews, in-laws, outlaws, and of course those beloved ex-laws. Now, if you want to have to leave something on our boat, we do have a wonderful often found website. It's called www.ebay.com. You guys have been more than spectacular. You could have chosen to do anything on this Thursday afternoon. You chose to come get on this boat. Let me brag about my beautiful city. I want you to know that of the thousands of folks it's been my privilege to take on this tour that you guys, and I mean this from my heart to yours, you guys are without a doubt and by far the most recent. I want you to take that with you.
That's a children.
Remember this tour, so I'll get the people on the boat out front. I'll be on the dock if you have any questions. Want to know I'll get back someplace to talk about it, someplace else here in San Antonio. Glad to have you find those locations. What do you do this town? If you enjoyed yourself, learned something, or just for a job very well done, to be a good joiner and young here, you got to put something in it. Those will be thanks you received, deeply appreciated. Please have this moving back.
It's loading. It's not working. No. I saw her, the blood for the rock. She got one.
Spanish missionaries led by Father Damien Bassinet. They arrived on the banks of the river. They came to the I see an orange, another orange fruit. I see the tailboat is here. Tailboat's looking, yay! I see a tailboat too. I still say tailboat, another tailboat, yay! Another tailboat too. Yeah, orange fruit. Tailboat. I forgot. I see another too. I see soda. And pink boat. Real good pink boat. That's it.
Little pink boat again. Pink boat. It's so pink boat. Pink. That's pink. It's a pink boat. And the orange boat is this one. It's like this one. Orange boat. There's teal. Okay. Don't forget other. Don't forget other. Yeah. Other. And see another pink boat again. Oh, the other one too, yes. Don't forget. I don't see. Oh, yeah. I'm getting tired. I did.
San Antonio was voted the most romantic city in the United States. This little island right here is known as
excuse me.
He was married on the island. Now, directly in front of us is one building that you do not want to
No, I'm here.
I know it's unusual for a tour guide to tell you where not to go, but the orange building with the green roof, that's the local courthouse. There in that corner. Okay, the 1896.
People! Yay!
Decided that we did not need a three-story public library and got rid of it. They didn't know things for a public library.
Yay!
And in the basement, it's flooded. So literally, it's one of our marines. First, one of the most
3 minutes to go. I'm getting tired. Oh yeah, close again. Close again, pink. Close again, yellow. Oh, sorry. Close again, yellow. And so the black now.
In the event of flooding, floodgate number 4 come out to out of the river, seal off that section of the river. Floodgate number 3, and the flood water is diverted straight south to prepare receiving area. We also have a flood control tunnel 150 feet below the city surface, 24 feet diameter. Last you'll see a festival of lots and somebody will come down here, they'll buy a lot, put the lot on the side, take the key out of the lot, throw the key in the river. I think that's what they'll right now we have done. Very romantic tradition. You guys remember my coworker who got over there? This tradition, only one lot up there, and all
Yeah, that's right. That's the first thing. It's so much fun. It's teal, yellow, sover, orange, and yellow, and not yellow, and pink. I'm sorry. Again.
Right-hand side, you'll see the Aztec Theater. Aztec Theater opened up in 1926 as a premier silent movie theater. Today, it no longer shows silent movies, but serves as a venue for as well as a stop for our boat.
That's true.
Now, some people disagree over what the head tends to be. Some people say it's an Aztec god or goddess. Some people say it's an Aztec warrior. Other people say there's more of a Mayan influence to it. And other people say it's a tribute to Lady Gaga. To the right, you'll see the Gonna do anything on this Thursday afternoon. You just come get on this boat. That of the thousands of folks that send my food to take on this boat. This from my heart to yours. You guys are that out of my heart.
Let's just say that.
I remember these two until I get the people on the boat last night. I'll be on the dock, that'll be questions.
Yeah, what's that?
You enjoyed yourself, learned something, or just
Virginia coming this summer to a theater. Arnold and John.
Okay, how y'all doing, everybody?
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, you guys. Bienvenidos. Welcome to the Riverwalk. I'm your captain. My name's Joel.
Yeah.
About maybe 35, 40
This
minutes
is
out here.
good.
On, don't worry about it. You gotta see my clock. All right, put 'em
Once
up.
again, Trevor
Pictures,
and
take the pictures, send them up as soon as possible. If you guys want to take a picture
Son
of
of
me,
a-
take all the time you want. I got 47 life preservers over
this is
here.
not young, bro. Yeah. That's right. This is not young, bro. Yeah.
Down the house, I want nobody getting hurt. And I suggest that go for anybody right about now. Pictures, I said it. I said it.
Make sure this one.
Want to take a picture of me? Take a picture of me, sir.
No, no.
Thank you. Send me a copy. Send me a copy.
Hold on. All the way? Yeah.
I gotta ask this question.
I'm still touching almost.
I'm talking to my voice. Look, what's up? Okay. I got suspicious faith. Where's your dad? In the hotel room. When you go back, tell him I said it's real. This is 25,000 years old. The river starts 4 miles up.
I ain't stop.
Flows 257 miles into the Gulf
Oh,
of Mexico.
no.
The only reason this river is here is because of you women. In 1921, the city goes underwater. We lose 57 people that year. Businessmen in the city have an idea. Street drainage sewer system, pave it over. A group of women get involved and said you can't do that. Today they saved the city and made us what we are. Venice, Texas style. You fall in, sip some of the water, no tetanus shots, just another shot of Jose Cuervo. As I take you to this river, you're going to see Venice, Italy, Spain, Amsterdam. You guys ever see the Walt Disney movie Coco? That style of boat was on the river here, out of Casa Rio, 46. The dominoes fell perfect. 68, the World's Fair shows up, and here we are today, man. Venice, Texas style. Anybody recognize this stage right here, girls? Sandra Bullock, Miss Congeniality, the swimsuit talent show scene. Yes, the bells up there represent the 5 mission bells of San Antonio, Mission San Jose, Mission San Juan, Mission Concepcion, Mission Espada. The one in the middle is Mission de Valero de San Antonio, real name of the Alamo, 1718, everybody.
Yes, sorry. Okay.
Then on the right side, you guys, that sculpture over there, that's T.D. Kelsey. That's the Vaquero bringing the cattle home to the Bristol Western Arcadia. Who is Bristol, the former governor of Texas, 1974, 1978. Born 2 hours west of here. The little town is called Uvalde. That Evans was born there, and that's where Matthew McConaughey. Mr. McConaughey, what is he doing now? Austin, running next year for governor. You guys, next year. The trees, oh, wait a minute, hold on. You guys want to see what you look like when you get lost on my river? You see that couple over there? They're lost. See it? They're lost right there. That's not a lost. You guys watch your hands right here. Don't stand up, whatever you do. This will knock you out.
Also, I know you say backwards. And
about you are married, but you feel like you're dating each other for life. Right here, proposal, marriage, island. This is where couples get engaged, couples do get married. She averages 1 wedding, 1 proposal a day. In the trees, it's a ball-sized Legend has it that if you get proposed on the island, you're going to have good luck. Come back, get married on the island, double good luck like the whole marriage. So I tried myself 34 times, people. What about it's not working. It's not working. But I can hear you. I do have a marriage license, you guys, to marry people on lakes, rivers, and streams, not in international waters. I gotta get that off the internet. The next one. Now, an ordained ministry by the internet, y'all. Yeah. Back then, there was no internet. It was called microfiche. Microfiche back then. Right-hand side of us, we're looking at the West End Hotel. You folks end up staying at that hotel, or this one over here. This is number 8 and 9 on the hotel list, you guys. Number 1 and 2 would be the Valencia, the Emma, and it would be
it's just like two like this. It's like
$700 to $10,000 a night. The Jacob Marriott Resort.
Just like like this. It's just like
Anybody in my book stay here?
it's like this.
That's what I
It's
thought.
just like this. Orange like this. 6 sides, blue like this, and 7 sides, red like this, and 8 sides, green like this, and chocolate. And then
The Buffalo chip, $12.50 is what they charge you, man. Sleep under the stars next to your yoga. Yeah, turn the mic on, warm it up, and keep it warm at night, man. Keep it warm at night. It's cold out there, y'all.
yeah, like that.
Anybody in my boat ever been to New York or Chicago? Architecture like this, young man. In New York, Chicago,
someplace
they have
only
Gothic buildings. This is right here. Only one of its kind in the entire state of Texas. Look right here. Look at these spaces. You see the one with the mouth open? Water will cascade from its mouth. Look at the very top. 520 feet into the air. She's an exotic winner with 3 tiers at the top. The gargoyles drain water from 1 tier, 2nd tier to the 3rd. And the 3rd are these spaces here. this right here, my friends, is owned by supposedly owned by Texas A&M graduate J.J. Jr. He sold it to the billionaire.
The diesel pump for Greenland. The regular transfer for black one. On the right side, the diesel pump for Greenland. On the left, the green nozzle for diesel nozzle for Greenland. The Greenland. And the left side, and the black nozzle for regular gas.
Already inside that marina. Why? I'm going to take you to the flood channel right there. You see that opening? That is 30 feet of water. That is concrete bottom. That's the flood channel, everybody. You see that red building in front of you, the green roof? That's the Bear County Courthouse, everybody. BEXAR, Bear, not BEXAR. 16 courthouses throughout Texas that look like that. Fresno, limestone. James Roddy put it, everybody. Look on your left side, right side, eye level.
And then I'll start the box again.
Right here. The floodgate comes up on the bottom of the water, seals one side. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to enter 30 feet of water, concrete bottom. This is the flood channel. Want to see more river? Come this way. Mañana, watch it in. Take that sidewalk, go downriver past that TV antenna. That TV antenna used to belong to Univision, the first Spanish-speaking station in America, now they're in Florida. Back there, King William Blue Star Cafe. The new kayaking stand-up paddleboard. The river goes all the way down to Victoria, Texas, meets the Guadalupe River, and they flow into the Gulf of Mexico, San Antonio Bay, everybody. You guys want to go? I got enough battery juice. We'll stop at Walmart, get some bread, bologna, cheese, Fritos, beer, bean dip, some
I don't see. Oh, anywhere because something was supposed to come.
Are you locked right there, man? And go put them on the fence behind you right there. I
Can I read that? That's right.
got both cutters in my backpack, too. I'm looking for them.
One hand. Two $2 and 160.
Stop by home, my friends. The San Fernando Cathedral. This morning, I woke up on my hello? Hey, how are you doing? I'm getting you guys getting ready to go to work. Are you watching a church? Yeah, I'm watching church. Right here. Right here. This is the cathedral. This is where Travis Bowie Crockett are buried. My who? Look. Those spears. And look into the distance. You see the yellow flowers? Esperanza? There's the church. Tonight at 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. There's going to be a show called Saga. It's a 30-minute history lesson of Bear County. Right down that church. By the way, Travis Bowie Crockett are buried there, and in 1987, Pope John Paul II, he landed here. He blessed the church, the crypt, the river, the Alamo, and the replica of the Basilica, the National Shrine of the Little Flower. You guys have to next to a SeaWorld. It's now 15.5 miles long now. This tree above us is one of the oldest living trees on the river. This tree right here, my friend, stands at 23 stories tall. The tree has a legend to it that a Mexican sniper, a bandido, used to hang out in this tree. He would wait for unsuspecting travelers, he would pop them, and throw the body in the river. See that whole family right there? Look on the left side of it. Look at the wall. 1941. Careful rules for parents. The guy will put the legend on that wall right there. When you go to the Alamo, the doors in front of the Alamo never belong to the Alamo. Look behind me. They belong to that store. The Vida Mendez Palace store. They were not royalty. The young man that blows in like the wind is Jim Bowie. He courts her for 2 years. Then he asks them, can I marry your daughter? They do. He dies in the Battle of the Alamo.
We're doing it.
right here is 15 feet. This right here is about 6 feet. 3 feet right there. Feel that breeze? Right here, do this bar. This one opens up 2 minutes after prohibition of nuclear weapons. The highest top of this bar is well over 1,000 feet long, with over 4,000 long feet here in the county, with 300 the rest of the bar. The bar is later visited by President John F. Kennedy, November 21st, 63.
It's
November
so
22nd, you
sick.
know what happened in D.C.
Listen up.
The bar is
Listen up. The other ones.
CC top.
1, 2.
Coming to the left side on street level.
1, 2, and 3. The 3 yellow birds. Yay! There's 3 yellow birds. There's 3 yellow birds too.
They play through the hour. Then on the right side, you got Doug here.
What's that?
Here. This right here is what we call the Aztec here. There's a chicken launching here. There's a fruteria in there. They got agua frescas.
I don't see orange birds.
Here one time up there. It's now a concert venue hall up there, you guys.
Yeah, orange birds. Orange birds.
To the left side, the Omni Lobo show.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Don't forget. Scissors, and pizza.
University Law School boys. Shut the place down in the 20s, relocate St. Mary's 5 miles out. Jim Bradley's come back in the 60s and bought it. By 67, Las Posadas, 68, La Mansión. By the way, well, this right here is where Salida Quintanilla Perez sits. Then General Lopez Petraeus sits there one time by tanks. That right there is the Salida Bridge on the river. I had a passenger ask me earlier, Mr. Boatman, what would have happened to Salida if she still be alive today? She'd be doing everything that Jennifer Lopez. Think about it. There's NBA teams that have no rings. Jennifer already has 6 rings, you guys. 6 rings.
248. Two also play green. Just second floor pink burger. First. And then
Never been on this part of the river.
The first fully air-conditioned hospital in this world was here, in San Antonio. That one, right there. That right there is the old Joseph Diggs Hospital. 23 stories tall. Inside this hospital, guys was born, retired, air-conditioned this hospital, wheels area. Watch this. Left side, straight up. 1, 2, look up, straight up, look at the building. What time? What time? You guys have been asked this question a lot. Mr. Boatman, the Battle of the Alamo, where did it happen? Right here. Take all the buildings away and all the hotels from this city, and it happened all around with it. They didn't come in from one way, they came around from everywhere. This right here is where they did the battle. The Alamo's over there. In the 70s, there was no hotel. exercise I see, you need Sam Houston. You fight there and win the battle in 14 minutes with the help of a woman. Emily Spencer Morgan, the Yellow Rose of Texas. Everybody. This is a club building. Many moons ago, that was home to a prominent Germans that immigrated from the Little Rhine district of Germany.
I don't see.
Home to Alex Haley, Tommy Lee Jones, 18-year-old kid John Schneider. He signs up with a TV show, The Dukes of Hazzard, everybody. There's all types of food here, mainly Tex-Mex out here. I had some of the folks in here get real Mexican food. Running everything. We don't have anything. Ours is Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex. Girls, where you at? Okay, you two, ma'am, you, and that lady referred to the only two. So when they at the end of the ride, you and her come over here, and you talk to these guys right here, and you tell them this.
That's him.
They tell you, he told everybody to talk to you for 64 hours. What's the
It's a big one.
right here. It's amazing how much you like this. When you hold it, if you hold it in your hand,
That's the guy, Timmy. And
Four straws, man. Well, that is one day your vacation, one day. Where you from? Where y'all from, man?
oh, no, he's bad.
Cool. Okay. Folks, this is Robert right here. No, not the guy who went up the stairs. The statue right here. Robert.
Statue.
Father architect. The people that see his vision right there. 75-year-old restaurant called Outside Radio.
I see an orange club again.
Was built at $12.5 million after the city of Antonio. The other half is urban renewal federal funds. This right here, my friends, the fourth round order. You guys remember that 1990s called Men in Black? That was Washington, New York, 1964, March 68. Pontiac was built for 68 ATO. Brigadier the USA Navy. British Motor Recipe for Mary. The recipes are down here, everybody. Rio
It's gotten.
The San Antonio downtown. Area had a huge flood. Back in had a huge flood.
I'm tired. I'm so everything.
So just make sure we're watching all of these with it. So there's also no smoking here on my boat. And if you find yourself in the water tank, stand up and walk out. And is less than 5 feet deep. Now I do have life jackets, less than 5 feet, yeah, if even that. I do have life jackets in the hatches next to the door though, so if you are feeling dramatic, just splash around and I'll throw it at you. Last but not least, talking guys. I know that we're not super close together, so if you talk to a low volume, just in case the person next to you is trying to listen to the talk. Other than that, we will Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock is in the middle of the stage in the part where she talks about. So it's unique because it was completely put together using bolts instead of being welded. Now this metal structure here, Marriage Island, and we call this Marriage Island because the roots of the cypress tree create the shape of a heart, and approximately it was super hard packed. So cowboys and ranchers would use this area to cross with their cattle. It's even known that President Teddy Roosevelt has an American flag flying over it. That's the Tower Light. Originally, these Smith & Young built in 1929. Now the Smith brothers were very superstitious men, which is why you can see gargoyles of all types. And these ugly faces right below the center floor. Now this bridge is working number 4. And the green light on top tells me that the river isn't flooding. So we're safe to come through. We're not going to go that way because that green light back there is floodgate number 5, which is a 15-foot drop. Now if you're wondering where that boat came from, especially the last part becomes behind you. Green Razor Light Show. Broadcasted on the side of the cathedral. So if you have it tonight, starting at 9 p.m. It's called The Saga, and it tells the story of San Antonio Business. Now, is the oldest town on the river. It's estimated to be over 300 years old, standing at approximately 90 feet tall. Now, if you're wondering, no, it is not dying. These are called baldy cypress trees. And they got the name because during this time of the year, they do lose all of those leaves. So we also call this our Ben Milam tree. And that's because he was a Texas colonel during our Revolutionary War against Mexico. And as he was along the river, a Mexican sniper was in the shot Ben Milam, not those guys.
That's right.
The tree is so old, there is no way to be 1800. A sniper should have put himself in the tree if it back in 1921, the San Antonio downtown area had a huge how huge, yeah. Well, if you look here to my left, this cream-colored building, which is now the Dairy and Suite, was built in 1921, a few months before the flood. The chandeliers on the first floor were completely covered by water. So here to my right is the Esquire Tavern, which was opened during Prohibition as the Esquire Barber Shop. Except with that barber shop, you would go in and ask for a buzz cut, and then they would take you downstairs. So you get a different kind of buzz. So it is rumored that the Esquire Tavern opened up a DJ Prohibition was lifted, so they get to say that they're the oldest bar on the list. They do still have a speakeasy type bar every Friday, Saturday night. All you have to do is head towards the door next to the bathroom and give them a password, which is knocking 4 times and telling them that the sover there has risen. Here to my right, we do have another one of our sister locations. This one is underneath the Aztec Theater, which opened up in 1926 as a silent movie theater. Eventually closed, and it was later turned into a live performance theater. So now you can see things like concerts, shows, theaters put on stage. They have it in theater. On the cream-colored building to my right is Mofada Hotel, but it does still hold the presence of the illustrated provided saddles for people like President Theodore Roosevelt and his grandfathers, or even the saddle for one of the world's wars. I could just never remember which one. Now, this bridge right here is named after Robert H. Hutton. He is known as the father of the Riverwalk. And that's because he is the man who designed the sidewalk of businesses down here. And the reason why he designed this is because the flood in 1921 made us design the floodgates. And Robert Hutton said, my floodgates are going to work so well that it's going to be safe for businesses down here. And he was right. We haven't had any issues in the past 100 years. So here to my left is a building, which originally opened up in 1853 as St. Mary's School for Boys, and then was later turned into a University of Law. This is until 1968, when an alumni of the law school built La Mansion Hotel. So that's what the building is today. Famous artist, actress Jennifer Lopez has stayed there. Well, Seinfeld. Oh, speaking of Jennifer Lopez, that bridge that we passed, Hudson Bridge, it was used in the movie Selena, starring Jennifer Lopez. We're just gonna close this one. So don't worry, it's not going to fall on us. It is a triangular building that used to be the Knicks Hospital. Now the Knicks opened up in 1930. It was also the first hospital to offer central air conditioning. Well, they did close the hospital part back in 2019, and now they're turning it into the only thing they thought was practical, a hotel. Now, if you did want to learn more about the ghosts in San Antonio, I recommend you take a ghost tour. You can find them everywhere. I both see them offer ghost tours. I just don't know if we're running them tomorrow. I know we're not doing it tonight, but we might have it tomorrow. But something I can tell you on this tour, because no matter what ghost tour you take, they will tell you about the Sover Hotel. Now, because the Sover is the most haunted hotel in San Antonio with no less than 36 ghosts living there. As a way for people to get across the Riverwalk to the Alamo without getting lost. They are part of the Hyatt Regency Hotel, which was supposed to be 32 floors high, but if the hotel stayed that tall, it would have cast a shadow on the Alamo, which is against city ordinance to cast a shadow on a war memorial. So they did reduce it by half, and the Hyatt Regency now stands at 16 floors high instead. Now coming up to my right is the Casino Club building, but up on the wall again. So it's not a casino, and it never was. Or so they say. No, it was just the Casino Association and the San Antonio Society Club. Today you can find a restaurant on the first 2 floors and a broadcast on apartments. They are the cheapest apartments in the downtown area, and they only they have like a 16-year wait.
Don't forget to, no, too.
For the area that we're coming through now, this is what we call Restaurant Row, and
Don't
it's
forget
because it's literally a row of restaurants.
Millennial Stack Rewards help you save money on school supplies. But you know,
Now you can't usually see a lot of ducks in this area, and that's because wherever there's food, there's ducks. Now if y'all are worried about my boat running over a duck, you shouldn't be, because the way our boats are designed, they push the water which push the duck. So even if I wanted to get hit by my boat, it's not going to happen. Right here on my left is the Easter building. It was the home of Robert H. Huffman's office. Now, he placed his office here in 1941 when the Riverwalk was completed to show everyone that it was now safe for business. But a lot of people didn't believe him. They were like, oh, that crazy old man Hugman, he's going to die real time soon. But they were wrong. He was right. The river was safe for business. And just 5 years later, Capario opened up his doors. Capario is not only the oldest restaurant on the river, but they are the first business to offer riverboat rides. That's why we now have pontoon boats. Now we had just exited the natural San Antonio River and now the man-made extension. Was in 1968 for the World's Fair, which was a huge festival that San Antonio had to celebrate its 250th birthday. Because what better way to celebrate than to invite countries from all over the world and have a 6-month-long fiesta. It was also a way for San Antonio to be like, hey world, look at me. And come see why we're so different. And it worked, because over 7 million people visited San Antonio in just that 6 months. And now we are so popular that our riverboat is the #1 tourist attraction in all of Texas, with millions of people visiting us every year. In front of us, you can see a few hotels. We'll talk about the one towards my left, called Marriott River Center, built in 1988. It is the tallest hotel in San Antonio, standing at 32 floors. Compared to the first 34. If you're like, hold on, that math doesn't add up. Why is Marriott taller? Well, the antenna's on top. It's a little trick that architecture uses to say that they have a taller building. It's not even the first time they used this trick, because San Antonio also used it in 1968 for the Tower of America, which you can see up to my right. It's that thing that looks like a giant turtle with a cupcake on top. Our Tower of America is only 522 feet to the observation deck, but 750 to the top of the antenna. And that makes it the second tallest standing building in the United States. It used to be the first, but then they built this down here in Las Vegas, so that's what we do that. Now you can take an elevator up to the observation deck, but there's also 952 steps. I do walk the stairs every year for Memorial to 9/11 as well as for Marathon. And the fastest recorded time of all the steps is just 5 minutes and 18 seconds. And I will never do that again.
And he's on chilling.
Just kidding. No, it was actually due back in the 80s by Congress. Since then, the second fastest time part of America. It's very dangerous for your water. But before that, this river did have a name, and that was Yanaguana. Now, Yanaguana translates to a place of restful water in a language native to the Payaya people. They were one of the Native American tribes that lived in this area. And, another reason why San Antonio is so haunted is because all of the city is haunted by the Native American tribes that lived in this area. Now for the trees here to my right is the top of a steeple. That steeple does belong to St. Joseph's Catholic Church, which was founded by the German community back in 1868 because they were yearning for a German sermon. Now today they still uphold that tradition because every fourth Sunday of the month they have an all-male choir who sings in German. But I do recommend you check out the church beforehand because they have some beautiful stained glass windows that came straight from Germany. The details on those things are incredible. Coming up above the street to my right, you're going to see a big red structure. So that is called the Torch of Friendship. It was placed there in 2002 by an artist named Sebastian as a gift from Mexico. Now, when
There's a game.
friendship that we have with Mexico. Because even though it's complicated, we are still united. Now you're going to need a quick stop here now. You might have noticed I made a stop coming in as well.
I said,
So I am going to ask you guys to remain seated until I have the boat secured. I will let you know when it is safe to stand.
I see the other one too.
So if you have this picture, guys, I'll keep in your boat.
Let's cook.
Alright, if you have questions, ask questions. If I have questions, cannot answer, they need talking to myself. Compass, they have down there, yes? Alright, if you have questions, ask questions. If I have questions, cannot answer, they need talking to myself. Compass, safety thing. If you find yourself in the river, stand up, walk out, 3 to 4 feet deep. We do have life vests should you need them. No smoking on river level, you can drink, you cannot smoke. Sea level, you can smoke, you cannot drink. There you have it.
Also,
Alright,
no touching.
in these little villages,
No,
we
and no
take on
murmur.
street level. That is the very first San Antonio neighborhood ever. Established in 1722 by Spanish soldiers, and French and German immigrants called it home in the 1800s. Now it's shops, restaurants, and galleries featuring local artists, and they are open between 10 and 6 p.m. In front of the artist theater, seats 800 people. They still have live performances here right now. This was built in 1941. Has anybody seen the movie Reality? Yes, Stage on My Right is where they filmed the first two competition and the perfect date. And it's kind of crazy, the stage was so huge in that movie. Yes, there it is. This is it. Yes, and I googled it because I was like, no, it can't be, but yes, it was. It was pretty cool. The perfect day, by the way, was April 25th. Not too hot, not too hot. We have drift over here. We may touch over here. We're definitely touching. Not too hot and not too cold. Well, you needed a raincoat if you were here in Texas. Over 1,000.
Again.
Honestly, not a place I have ever had issues with wind. Got it. You can pick your heads up. You will be fine.
Okay.
We bought that bridge in 1890 from Berlin. No one has ever hit their head. Ever. Not even a hit. The island on my right is called Marriage Island. The roots of that large cypress tree actually form a natural heart. Over 300 weddings take place every year on that island. They say it's very lovely to be married. I guess it's about right. That's on board, by the way. Can we give it up for our military in bed? Thank you, gentlemen, very, very much. Do we have any past responders? Teachers? Anyone have a birthday? Anyone celebrating an anniversary? Yes, nice. That's good.
16.
14 years. Give it up. Thank you guys for being with us. Happy to have you all. Happy on leave. I don't know what you said. Building on my left. Beautiful. Anyone see the little bit Ghostbusters? Yeah, it's not the goal. It looks like watching the gargoyles sticking out. There are actually 16 of them, 2 on each side of the octagon. They used to be water spouts and they're about 3.5 feet in length. Now, I'm not supposed to stop, but I want to give you some info about the building on my left. If you notice just above the first floor arches, just below the windows, you all see the pairs of ugly faces on the wall. Every third window, there's a pair of ugly faces. They're called grotesques. The Spendaniak brothers were very superstitious. So they put these items on the building to ward off bad business and evil spirits. It didn't work. They lost the building 3 months later. Had entry sell for $300,000 when it cost them. Now it's the Tower Light Building. It's mostly insurance companies and lawyers.
These cursed lawyers.
When we come out from underneath St. Mary Street Bridge, if you look back at the bottom point of the building, it will look like the Titanic, by the way. And the building in front of us is the Fair County Courthouse. They opened their doors in 1897. Oldest and largest courthouse in Texas, still in operation.
Stop shaking the leg. What's on the leg?
Okay. There, like the Titanic. If you look underneath the building coming up on my right, you'll see one of our 2 marinas where we get our boats from. That's also where they put us when it rains. That's the boatload of fun. That was the San Antonio Library, now the International State Building. Everything was a was and is an is. If you look next to the boat right now, you'll see 2 short walls with markings. This is actually a floodgate. It comes up from the bottom. Now, also, and it's a little hard to see for the people on the right of me, but I'm going to just back up a little bit. This is not on the tour. I just find it incredibly gross and cool at the same time. I wanted to share. Look at the bottom of the bridge. You'll see a pink mass. Do you guys see that? There's also another one right there. If the people on my left look over, you'll see a pink splotch. This is an invasive species of eggs, and those are its snails. Those are its eggs. It's an invasive species of snails, and those are its eggs. There we have it. In 1921, there was a huge flood. Millions of dollars in damages, 8 feet of water above street level. 1926, Robert Hudman, father of the Riverwalk, designed this as a city park, but with those floodgates. So when it rains, they come up or down, preventing us from flooding. We actually start 8 miles north of here, and we are spread fed. Very briefly, we are in 10 feet of water. If you look behind me, it drops down another 20 feet. Now, also not on the tour, if we come out from under the bridge with that added, you'll see lots of locks. And it's called a lock of love. And when you love someone, you come here, lock, and he throws the river. You will be together forever. Forever. One more time. I figured I'd get it at this time for you. Over to my right was the Alamo National Bank, now the Tourist Plaza. Everything was a was and is an is. On my left, if you follow the staircase up, you'll see the San Fernando Cathedral. Oldest cathedral in Texas, built in 1733. And also up in that area is the largest Mexican market in the United States, called the Mercado. It is very expensive, very flat. The tree in front of us, oldest tree on the river, between 300 and 500 years old. 90 feet tall, 25 feet thick. Cypress trees usually live to about 1,000 years old. Before the cypress trees, there were cottonwood trees. Cottonwood in Spanish is alamos. We believe that the Alamo got its name from those trees. Before that, it was San Antonio Misión de Valero. By the way, people on my left, if you look at these two stone pillars, you'll see what they saw on my left. And you will see on my right what they saw earlier, which is smushed egg. This is another floodgate that we're coming up under. This one comes down in the event of rain. We've actually never flooded this place. Coming up on my right is my favorite building, the Esquire Tavern. First off, they say they were a barbershop in 1933, but they opened their doors moments after Prohibition was lifted. They fully stocked and already served people. Now, when I thought about the building, I told you they don't tear down, they build up onto and out front. Look at the bottom of the building. 1933 Tavern, then bam, 2021 hotel on top. This reminds me of a mullet. I love this building. Top of it was finished in May, 22 stories, takes up 0.14 carbon footprint. If you look at the chandeliers in the building on my left, that is how high the river water rose back in 1921. And ironically, that is when people paid their water bill. It's now the very end. Also coming up on my right, where you see the yellow boat dock, is the Aztec Theater. Aztec Theater was built in 1926 for $1.75 million. It was a silent motion picture theater, and then it suffered economic losses. Re-emerged as a concert hall. And Wilson, Goo Goo Dolls, Limp Bizkit, and Snoop Dogg have all performed here. Same day they installed the 2-ton chandeliers, the same day the stock market crashed. This is also another one of our retail locations as well. We all do the same 2.5-mile journey, just different starting points. And of course, they don't get me. Do we have any Selena fans on board? Yes, this is the bridge, the most asked about, sought after, proposed upon bridge anywhere ever. It was in 1997, Jennifer Lopez said on top of this bridge, while filming the movie Selena. True fact, Chris proposed to Selena in real life on this bridge. It's also dedicated to Robert Hudson's on the Riverwalk, but if you're a Selena fan, way less impressive. The yellow building on my right was the Alfred Sattler Company in 1901. They built harnesses and saddles for everyone. Pancho Villa, Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders, French, British, and American armies. That's a hotel. On my left, St. Mary's School for Boys in 1853. It grew, it prospered, became a university, and it's now a hotel. Next building coming up on my left, super cool. It is the Knicks Hospital. The Knicks Hospital was built in 1930. And it was the first hospital ever in the nation to have air conditioning and an indoor parking garage. Who knows the name Oliver North? Who knows the name Carol Burnett? They were born here. So is Vanilla Steve, the less impressive. Bubblegum Shrimp was actually their word. Look all the way up at the top of that building. Is that not really cool? 45, you're welcome. We are one of the most wanted, seventh fastest growing, the only ones that can be called military city. Hoorah, give it up for our military and vets. And we have the most cows in our state. There are states that have more cows per person, we have more cows. Did you know Bill Collins has the largest Alamo memorabilia collection there is outside of the museum? He just donated $15 million of it to the Alamo Foundation. Yep. And have you all noticed we don't have much of a skyline? Do you know why? The Alamo. There's a city ordinance that says there cannot be a shadow cast upon it. That is why the Hyatt Regency on my left is only 16 stories. It wants it to be 30. It could be built for 2 years. While they have to do shadow testing. That's still dawn. That is the most sacred and one spot in Texas. The Alamo. The Alamo. Hyatt Regency is in front of neighbors next year. That's the most haunted hotel until the next house goes closed. Building on my right was a social gathering that the Germans had put in the area and became residential housing. Who knows the name Alex Haley, the author of Roots? He was a resident there. Tommy Lee Jones also spent time there while filming the movie Thunderbird, and it's actually rent controlled apartment. Studio apartment on the river, $700 a month, with a 20-year waiting list. This area we refer to as Restaurant Row. We have everything: Mexican, American, Mexican, Tex-Mex, Mexican, barbecue, Mexican, Irish, Mexican, Italian, Mexican, German, Mexican. We got it all.
You have any Mexican?
We do have a little Mexican, yeah. We are actually known as Spanish Texas, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. Our history has not been pretty. It's been pretty brutal, bloody, and ugly. Oh well, too bad. We're not changing. We embrace what we are. Our boats are even inspired by Patel Picado, which is a Mexican folk art. If you've seen the movie Coco, you definitely know what it is. For those that do not, you see it all the time for festivities. We are on our mission, folks. We have a sun, dove, tricentennial, and military. Now this part of the river that we are in, by the way, all natural. What we will be entering into will be our man-made extension. Built in 1966 for the 1968 hemisphere. Concrete bottom, still 3 to 4 feet deep. Casa Rio, over to my right. Oldest restaurant on river level. Shiloh's on street level, oldest street level restaurant. As I make this turn, if you look all the way up on my left, you'll see a huge sculpture. That sculpture is called Torch of Friendship. That was a gift from Mexico in 2002. It is 65 feet tall and 45 tons. If you see any other sculptures, big or small, in that material, and you will, just go ahead and say, that's a Sebastian. That's a Sebastian. Another Sebastian. You will be correct. And on your way to becoming an art expert, you're welcome. So you get 3 questions all the time. First question. How many people cross the river every year? It's about 300. I said yes. 250 are you wrong? 40 are with them and 20 are boat captains. Yes, I have not been in there yet. My shoe has been in there twice. Second question, are there fish in the water? Short answer, there are freshwater fish and cell phones. Mine is in there. And the third one, question, have I ever seen that? No. I tried, there you go. Over to my right, you'll see some flowers made out of bicycle parts. The artist's name is Letitia Workman. She calls them blooms. Next to it, you'll see a beautiful waterfall. The waterfalls throughout the park are not just for beauty, they aerate the river as well. The hotel in front of us is the tallest building in San Antonio, by the way. St. Joseph's Catholic Church, and we will talk about that on the way out. Beautiful people. Over to my right, the tallest structure in San Antonio. Tower of America is the second tallest freestanding structure in the United States. First one being Las Vegas is Stratosphere. Seattle Needle, third. That is 750 feet tall, 952 stairs per top. One man climbed those stairs 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Yeah, set a world record. I couldn't ride a bicycle a mile. Took me 18.5 minutes to get to the top of the elevator. I was happy with that. Sculpture in front of us is called Stargazer. You might look at it and say, well, maybe it's a Sebastian. No, it's not. What makes it not a Sebastian, first off, is the color. Sebastians are all brightly colored. This one is actually made out of volcanic ash from Mexico. Second, it's put together in layers. Sebastians are all one harmonious piece. The Marriott Hotel that I just showed you actually moved a 16-ton building 8 blocks away, setting a world record for the largest building ever moved across city streets on air-filled tires, just for this location.
the Shasta River Center. It is 1 million square feet of shops, restaurants, and recreation. IMAX movie theater, Dave and Buster's, Legoland, Children's Aquarium, so much more. And this is another one of our retail locations as well. Did you know they strung up 500,000 lights at Christmas time? Takes them 2 months to put them up, 2 months to take them down, and 2 months to prepare for the next season. They dyed the river green for St. Patrick's Day. Greener than it is today. They actually do something for every major holiday. Now this area is Coastal Lagoon. May I just say that this area is the most challenging of all areas. The wind gets trapped between the three-sided buildings. There's usually a waterfall on in front of the island in the center. Combine that with drizzle, wave, and lady of field. Now, not on the tour, you can see 6 flower pots in front of you. The one in the center has been hit by every single boat captain. I myself repeatedly. I had to tell people, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know this was a thrill ride? Yeah. Then someone knocked it into the river, it's been replaced and hit again. Hallelujah, it wasn't me. You're actually all in very, very good hands. Takes the average boat captain 28 hours to become fully certified as a boat captain. I actually did it in 4 days. It's even worth getting on board the working for. Now, we come out of this area. If you were to look over to your left, you would see the convention center area. The convention center area is only open when there is no wind. Also in that area, by the way, is Rich Pitch Steakhouse. Happy hour, 4:30 to 6:30. $11 for a 2-inch thick burger with cheese and fries. 2-inch thick. They have tuna calamari strips and Did you know that the San Antonio River was named before the city? 27 years later, the city became San Antonio. Fun fact. And St. Anthony's actual name is Fernando. Over to my right, St. Anthony, a.k.a. Fernando. I was doing research because I just wanted some interesting things that wasn't on the script. And I found out that his name was Fernando, and I told my boss. I learned 2 things from that very moment. 1, saints changed their names like popes. 2, popes changed their names. I did not know that. Yeah, they're not all Pope John Paul. Building in front of us is the one we saw earlier with the gargoyle. That flagpole is 100 feet tall. The flag is 35 feet in length. And every time I see a flag, I am reminded how blessed we are. Please give it up for our military and vets. Thank you. Over to my right, you'll see a steeple. Those bells you heard earlier, St. Joseph's Catholic Church, built in 1868. And if you were yearning for a sermon in German, that was the place to be. More people actually spoke German in the 1800s than English or Spanish. King of Spain was to land to German. That's why we have New Braunfels, Fredericksburg, Burney, Green, just to name the ones I can pronounce. Did you know they actually drained the river back in January? Glad you're all here now. They drained it to clean it. The last time they drained it was 2 years prior. Between those 2 years, they found invasive species of snails, scooters, lawn furniture, and cell phones. Then, Mardi Gras and debris. Then, facial covering. Throughout the year, I have found over, every item of clothing. Every item. Most recently, different times, a sheet, a shower curtain, a whip. Yep, you heard it right. Now, none of that will actually stop my boat, by the way. That will only stop my propeller. Whatever we hit after that, bridges, walls, sidewalks, that will stop my boat. So, give a hoot, don't pollute. Not just for the fishes, but the people. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. So very happy to have had you. If I can have your attention. Clothing, imaginable. Every item. Most recently, different times, a sheet, a shower curtain, a whip. Yep, you heard it right. Now, none of that will actually stop my boat, by the way. That will only stop my propeller. Whatever we do after that, bridges, walls, sidewalks, that will stop the boat. So, give a hoot, don't pollute. Not just for the fishes, but the people. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. So very happy to have had you. If I can have your attention, super important. Please, please do stay seated while I tie down my boat. This area I put you up in is called Historia because of the historic buildings at La Vista. Your boat captains refer to it as hysteria because the drift that happens so incredibly quickly, taking you from one part of the river to the other. Astounding. Look for your personal belongings. Don't want you to lose anything or leave anything. If you do, go to www.ebay.com. I am allowed to tell you tips are allowed, accepted, greatly appreciated. And I've been working on my Spanish. Propinas, por favor, por cervezas. Ceviche. Gracias.
Thank you. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time. Something? I don't know. Maybe, yes. Bye.